Thank you, guys. Well, it's awesome to see a lot of faces, a lot of chairs, a lot of people in Cool Days. Especially, we are coming from Cool Days that is growing, growing, and growing, and this is nice, especially having partners and customers here, all our staff. So it's great. Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to, well, it's difficult to match Michael's energy on stage. I will try to do my best, and following the path of Collabora doing talks, I have 63 slides for 15 minutes, so I will try to go fast, but trying to speak clearly. I'm not native, so probably you understand me better. And but you are going. I'm going to present some new features that we have developed from the latest 12 months, since the latest Cool Days. But obviously, you are going to have a lot of questions, a lot of doubts, a lot of things to learn. We will have deep dive sessions during these Cool Days based on this specific, each component, Writer, Impress, Calc, and also AI. And you will have the engineers behind that. You will have the people that is building those amazing features. So please go to these deep dive sessions, ask, get involved, and you will get all the information that you need. So let me start. So first of all, always I start with Writer. We have a lot of things, the big elephant in the room, the AI. Michael already introduced this a little bit, but I think it's great to mention that security is still something that we are concerned. And of course, this is off by default, and you can enable this. And we are not going to send all the document to the AI model that you use. We are going to trying to interact with the specific parts of the document that you want to interact, that you want to send to AI, and interact with it. So more in the deep dive session that you are going to have. Also, initial support in Writer, in terms of AI. As you can see, we try to be something useful, not something that impacts directly into the document, something clear. So you have a beautiful sidebar that interacts with the document, so you can directly select the piece of text that you want to use or interact with, and then you can interact with AI, and you can ask questions, you can summarize the text, you can insert that piece of text easily into the document or the part of the document that you want. So interacting via this beautiful sidebar that is easy to use and that is not disrupted into your document. And of course, Michael already said that, but if you want to create beautiful pictures like this one, well, I don't know if it's beautiful, but it's a picture of a beaver, and so you can do that, obviously. Something that I really love, I think we are lacking this for a long time, and it's the two pages in a single view. Right now, all of us are working on a big screen or ultra-wide screen or something like that, and most of the times you have a document and you want to see 2 pages. Yes, it's a very basic thing, but we didn't have it, and right now we have it. So it's easy to follow a specific document, especially if you have images or things like that. So I think it's great to have this possibility right now in Collabora. And this is allow us to go for a feature that I really love. These days I'm on more involved into a tedious work that is going through legal things, agreements, and stuff like that. So having a proper document comparison is great, because sometimes you are overwhelmed by all the track changes and things and colors that you have, and you cannot follow what is going on, right? And you just want to simply compare one document with other, that's all. And right now with Collabora you can do that. You can have the previous version of the document, you can have the other version of the document, compare the changes, and also invoke or have this pop-up with all the track changes. And I think it's much easier to follow what is going on 2 versions of the document. I think it's great. Then we have all the things that are used to be in Collabora right now. You probably are using this. When you're selecting a specific part of the text, you can do the most frequent things inside that piece of text, like highlighting, bold, insert a comment, things like that. So that's great. You don't need to go up to the notebook bar or the menu bar. Then we have icons. Yes, icons. Users love icons. It's easy to follow what you want to do. If you see a scissor, you know that you want to cut or things like that, right? So yes, we have icons now, and users love it. And comments in the navigation bar, I think is great. Also related to this tedious task that I'm doing right now with legal documents. Sometimes people love to put a lot of comments, not redlining, just comments. And it's amazing the amount of comments that you can find on a 2-page document or something like that. So right now in the navigation bar, it's easy to follow all these comments. And I feel this is particularly useful for people that is collaborating on documents, but not at the same time on the same document editing, but just reviewing things. And I think it's really great. And following this, in order to collaborate more, I love comments also. So we have this pencil here. Again, something that looks basic, something that looks easy, but it's something that we didn't have. And right now we have it. With this pencil, you click, you edit the comment really quickly. So that's great, again. Function previews, obviously. We try to create beautiful documents. We try to make people love creating documents and working in Collabora. So we are bringing all these kind of possibilities to the online in order to make sure that you produce beautiful documents with us. The same with change tracking. I think this is also important. I'm not going to mention legal agreements anymore, but yes, track changes is great. And right now we have improved the reinstate feature inside track changes. And I think it's great because when you want to reinstate something that is happening or a change that is happening in a document, you have an easy way to do that in Collabora Online. We have the review tab also with intuitive drop-downs. So we are trying to make simple for the user to use all the tools that we have in Collabora, like this drop-down menu, for example. We have also search from navigation, which is great. I love this navigation bar because you can now, we inserted the search part of the document into the navigation bar with this highlight part, so you can easily find the things that you are trying to search. So that's great. Style previews with this expanding table. I think this is great because in the past you have this small window where you have all the styles that you want to apply, and sometimes it's not easy to see what you want to do or what you want to apply. And right now it's very easy because you click and you have all the styles there. And again, something that looks simple, but something that is simplifying how you interact with the document, and it's easy to use. And something that I really love more, which is having this on the sidebar. You can see all the styles in this sidebar. I'm a huge fan of sidebars, as you can see. And it's easy to apply all these styles. Then the smart tabs. Yes, again, smart, because when you click on a picture, then you have the tab with all the things that you can do on that specific picture and all the functionality that is there. In the past, you need to go, obviously these specific features, they are there, but you need to find there. And right now it's easy because you click, the new tab appears, and you can interact with the image very easily. Is what the user expects to have, no? To make things easier. Also with, I don't know, click the tables, for example, you click on the table and then you have all the things that you want to do on the table. And also we include something that I love. You don't need to go to the right side of the mouse and add a column or anything like that. We have a smart button there that you can add a row or add a column very easily and work on your tables directly from Collabora. So that's also great to have. Then grouping, I think this is also directly related to the screens we use. I have an ultra-wide screen, for example, and normally I do not have all the document in front of me. I have the document here, and then I have my email here, or another tab of the browser, or something like that. And you are normally modifying that screen, typically, and with the new Collabora Online, you can resizing this, or Collabora is resizing this to make things easier to find, to click, to found, to use. So that's great also when you are using external monitors or your own laptop monitor, and more in Writer. As you can see, I'm trying to be fast. Again, deep dive sessions. You will have a deep dive session for Writer, another one for Calc, etc., so please be there. Initial support also for spreadsheets. I think this is particularly useful when you are working on specific data or something like that. You highlight that part of the spreadsheet that you want to interact with, and then you find things that you can do, summarize, do an analysis of the data, etc. And something that I really love is helping when you are having these annoying issues with formulas. I'm not an expert on spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. I think all the good decisions are made on spreadsheets, but sometimes you have this annoying thing that says that this formula is not correct, or it's not right, or you need to fix something, right? So right now with this initial AI support, you can see what is going on, and you can get information on how to fix that specific problem, and that's really great. And also you have clickable parts of this in the sidebar again. that goes directly to that cell and helps you interact with that specific error, that specific parts of the spreadsheet really quickly and really easy. The same with filters. Yes, this is especially annoying because when you are collaborating on a spreadsheet, sometimes you filter and you have your colleagues, for example, the column with account manager, and I have Alina or Eloy, for example, in our case. When Alina is working on a spreadsheet, Alina filters, and then I see what is going on there. And I don't want to see Alina, I want to see me. And that's annoying. And turns out that I need to download the spreadsheet and then work desktop, etc. Right now, not anymore. You can filter, use your own filter, and work on the specific filter that you want. And it's making this collaboration even better and more efficient. The helping formulas that I mentioned before, you have this beautiful, this icon, let's say. I'm very enthusiastic, you see? So you can see what is going on, get help, interaction, what is happening with the formula, and work with it. We are increasing the functionality of pivot tables, trying to go deeper into interoperability and giving more possibility for people that is using advanced spreadsheets, let's say. And now you can do additional things like calculated fields inside pivot tables that allows you to move forward into your usage of pivot tables inside Collabora Online. Table styles, I don't know who used this, but people use it, and you have beautiful colors and things and fancy things that you can do with a table and produce beautiful spreadsheets, especially if you are going to, for example, export as a PDF or using something fancy to present to your colleagues. Then easy to switch from the two different modes that we have. We have the viewing mode or the editing mode, and this is also present on Impress and also Writer. So it's easier to interact with the document within the same user interface, with the icons, etc., making things a little bit faster, more productive, more efficient. Shortcuts, again, when you are going with your mouse over specific icons or doing specific things inside the Collabora Online user interface, you can see the specific function and also the shortcut, which is great if you are using those. Something that I love, because I said before that I love spreadsheets, but turns out that I end up on a big spreadsheet with a lot of tabs that I cannot find. I need to scroll and move, and it's not easy, you know that. So right now you can click on this three dots menu and see all the list of tabs that you have on your spreadsheet, making everything much easier when you are moving from one tab to another. Yeah, another thing that I don't know who is using this, but people are using this and are coloring things in a spreadsheet, etc. So making fun to work on documents, making sure that you can produce whatever you want while you're working on Collabora. Also print the grid or not. I'm using also a lot exporting into PDF specific spreadsheets, so that's great because you can not print those grids and making or presenting a beautiful PDF. We have also a tab menu for sparklines. I think sparklines is more powerful than I expected because it gives you like a trend of a specific row of data, or specific data, that allows you to make decisions and see what's going on with a specific data very quickly. You don't need a big draft or graph or anything like that. You just need something small that allows you to make a decision, for example. And right now with this tab, you can do specific things in sparklines that are easy, that you can see very easily on the tab menu. We have smart drop-down menus. When you are repeating, you have products, for example, or you are repeating the same thing multiple times, you have right now the possibility to create this drop-down menu and allows you to be more efficient, more productive, and go quickly, And a lot of things on Calc, obviously. Again, go to the deep dive session about Calc, and you will learn more from the people behind this. Impress, we continue improving Impress. Yes, we are trying to be there. And also we have the new Present to All, which is great because you click and all of the people that is there are going to see what you see, that specific slide. So it's easy to follow for the rest. I think it's great when you are doing a webinar or a session or something like that. Also, you can follow that presenter, and if you are the one that is following, you can click and you follow the presenter also if the presenter is not presenting to all. So that's great because it interacts from the presenter and also interacts from the audience point of view. So this is what you can see. So if I'm presenting and you are following me, you see the slides, I click on the next slide and the next slide appears. Well, magic, yes, happens. Then I click on the next slide and the next slide appears for everyone. So that's amazing. But not only that, if you are in the audience and you want to check what has happened in the previous slide, or you want to double check some information from previous slides, you can do that. You can go there and easily in the menu that you have in the bottom, you can follow presentation again by clicking on that specific icon. So it's very easy. You can go back, go again, etc., making things flawlessly easy to follow, etc. We can continue, or we are continue bringing more functionality to images, to produce beautiful images left and right in presentations. We have a new design tab with colors and things that you can really create on a specific slide, or things that you want to create in that specific slide. The transition tab, when you are creating transitions, is easier right now because you have a dedicated tab that allows you to interact with these transitions, select the transition, the duration of the transition, etc., making beautiful presentations. The function previews with many different ways of creating slides, obviously, and more things in Impress. And something that I really love is the slide section, because when you have, like me, 63 slides or something like that, or 100 sometimes, you can create sections, and it's very easy to follow, especially for me. If I'm going to present something, I want to see the different sections and how to present these different sections to the audience. We continue with the user experience, accessibility. There is no end on accessibility. We are always improving. We have a team working here and doing more accessibility and working there, and we are improving them. We have interoperability, as Michael said before. I'm not going to repeat myself, probably because I'm not an engineer, but as you can see, the graph is pretty clear. We are reducing the amount of issues that are directly related to interoperability, and we will continue doing that. When people ask me what is in the roadmap or what is going on, what are the new features, the first one is always interoperability. We will continue hammering down that idea and trying to bring more interoperability to our customers and partners. The setting dialog, I think this is great because in the past we have this in the admin settings, and right now the user can see, and also the admin can see specific things that are previously on the admin settings directly from the Collabora user interface. You can create this notebook bar view or the compact view and multiple things that allows users to interact with how they feel, how they use, and how they see Collabora very easily on a pop-up and a graphical interface, right? And a lot of other wins. As you can see, we have many different things new, many different things that are going to come in the new version of Collabora. Again, reminds you that we have deep dive sessions for each of these components. Go there, you have the engineers, talk with them, and engage. Thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure to work with you.